Hey everybody, welcome to another Buddy Reviews. Today we're reviewing another EDC type item. This is not your typical Airsoft item. However, it is Airsoft usable and, in my opinion, necessary, especially if you are an Airsofter that likes to go out and do big events. Milsim West comes to mind. Those are large events, 40 hours plus, where you're going to be out in the elements. Doesn't matter if it's raining, doesn't matter if it's sunny, doesn't matter. You're going to be out there, you're going to be humping, you're going to have a ruck, you're going to do your thing. This is a Sea to Summit lightweight dry bag. This is for waterproofing your kit. My military folks, most of you guys probably know about this, especially my combat arms guys. If you don't, boo on you. If you're my folks out there that have done water stuff, work on the water, around the water, in the water, you definitely know what these are. These things are fantastic. A little short sea story, background on me if you're new to my channel. I'm in the U.S. Navy, about to retire actually. I got a couple more weeks left on active duty, and I spent most of my time working on the water in small boats, stuff like that. Not on ships. I'm not a ship guy. Not a special guy either, but I did a lot of small boat shit. And I did a stint doing actual deployable stuff where I was needing rucksacks and on the ground doing shit, and also on boats. Waterproofing was a necessity, and it was huge. When I got back to the fleet, doing my normal stuff on small boats, a lot of the guys didn't waterproof. They didn't understand waterproofing. They just throw stuff in a backpack, get on the little security boat, do their thing. When I got back to the fleet, I was doing a lot of my bringing shit like this out there in my bags, and I'd get shit out of my bag, grab it out of my dry bag, and guys would like leave me like I lost my mind, clown a little bit, like, "What are you? What's that?" Until we had like a storm one night. A lot of our gear was on the deck, back deck of the boat. All my shit was good to go and dry. Their shit was soaked, and a lot of them became believers real fast. So let's get to the items. So this is, like I said, a Sea to Summit 13-liter dry bag. These things are fantastic. Now, mind you, you're not going to submerge your shit in this. You might be able to get away with it for a few seconds, maybe a couple minutes. It's not one of those bags you're going to like swim into a Target with. Those are big, more expensive, fancier bags. But what this will do is it will keep your stuff dry if you're fording a river, if you're using your rucksack as a flotation device whatsoever, or if you're going to be rained on. This will keep your stuff dry. Real quick, back of it, let's just talk about this. It does tell you it's a waterproof roll-up top, Hapalon, closure secured with a field repair buckle. So that's a new feature I was now seeing. All my old dry bags do not have that feature. That is really cool. We'll talk about that in a second. The inside of the bag is made of a white material. It's high visibility, lets you see what's inside the bag. Kind of gives you that like, oh, that's what that is, instead of being a dark color like the outside. It gives you the height that you're supposed to roll it to. Double stitched, fully taped waterproof seams. The base of the bag is oval. That's a big deal. I'll talk about that in a minute too. And then this is new. This is kind of cool. I've never seen this before in a dry bag. I'm kind of digging this. I'm actually going to try to track one of these down to review for the channel and use on this bag later. It's got a dry bag sling, so you can kind of turn this into a little field expedient bag. That's kind of neat. Instead of just being something you supplement and throw into another bag. So that's cool. So let's open this guy up. So double packaging. Boom. Put that in here. For all my people who don't speak English, there's more information in here in different languages. Boom. All right, so this is the bag itself. Let's see if I can zoom this out just a hair. So this is like a 13-liter bag. And this is the buckle in question. Yep, right here. It says, now with easily replaceable field repair buckle. To learn more, go to seeandsummit.com. I'm sure my editor will go to seeandsummit.com and pull up that information. So this is what they're talking about. So this little buckle here, this little female buckle, has a screw in it. You can unscrew and take off. It is apparently a patent pending design for field replaceable buckles. So I guess you can buy these now as extras you can have in your kit. A little D-ring for attaching this to other stuff. So that's cool. That's pretty neat. It used to be if you broke that buckle, you were kind of shit out of luck. Here's your male buckle there. Ta-da. Inside here, in the white high visibility section of the bag, you do have directions. They kind of, the thing is rigid. They explain everything. It's supposed to be rigid. Your dry bag operations and care instructions. It is in English, French, Spanish, Japanese, Chinese, it looks like, and German. Kind of tells you how to work it. Tells you right there, do not submerge. Avoid contact with sharp objects and abrasive surfaces. Tells you right there to use 2 dry bags for sensitive electronic equipment. Hand wash in warm water, store dry. So I've always done that just intuitively, but it is kind of neat that they're telling you that now. Don't put all your fancy electronics in here and expect them to be good to go. I used to always have a smaller bag that was about yay big, and I would put batteries, radios, my iPod, whatever in there, cameras for like SSE, all that shit, and then I would throw that in the other bag again, so I would double it up, and then that would go in my my pack or into another bag, like a boat bag or something. So pretty cool. I'm glad they're actually putting that information on there now instead of people ruining their shit by throwing it in here and expecting it to work, and then the bag leaks or gets compromised, and then now you're SOL. You got your branding and all your information on the front. It does tell you down here, lightweight, 13 liters. Nice coloration. It's like a nice little olive, like low vis coloration and everything. So that's kind of cool. Not necessary. Most of the stuff's going to be inside of a ruck or a pack anyway. But it is kind of nice that if you yank it out, it's still going to be that nice low vis color. So it's whatever. And like I said, they do have that strap they sell now. So if you wanted to pull this out and then throw that strap on and just carry this by itself, you can. But by doing that, keep in mind, this is a fairly thin material, and it's not massively abrasive, abrasion resistant. So you could get this cut or ripped up pretty easily. Down here is the little tab. It's going to tell you your max load, which is 15 kilos, 33 pounds. So don't put too much weight on this. It's going to rip it up. That is where you're going to hook that extra strap to. And to do these guys, they're very easy. You load them up, and then you just roll this on itself a few times, and then secure it. Either that or that way. Either way works really good. So you secure it, and now it's got this little collar, and you're good. Boom. Pretty easy to use, pretty self-explanatory. Still really cool though. Nice piece of kit. I absolutely love dry bags. I am a firm believer in their utility because I've been using them for so many years, and just I've got a ton of these things. I picked this guy up because I need to start slowly replacing the ones I've got, because a lot of them are getting towards their end of life cycle, because these things do kind of wear out over time. Most of mine I've had for over 10 years at this point. Some of the internal waterproofing is starting to flake and tear out, so it's just time to, they need to be retired and given a proper hero's burial and a new guy brought into the fold. And to be quite honest with you, with this new repair buckle feature, these things are definitely going to be brought in to replace all the old ones, because that's pretty damn cool, and I like the fact that I can just fix buckles on the fly. Like I said at the beginning, they do come in different sizes. I did see 8 liter at the exchange, and I don't think I saw a bigger one, but I know they do make bigger ones. I got another video on the pipe coming up. It's covering a much larger one of these that's actually made of a thicker material, has a valve on it to actually bleed air out. It's a full rucksack size bag, and it's designed to go into a rucksack and kind of like actually bleed the air out and go in your bag. Those are the ones that are issued to the Marine Corps. Fantastic bags. I just had a kind of a series of these I wanted to do, but this is the newest one I picked up. Thought I'd do this video, and then I'd already had that one I had done. There you go, guys. This is a cool video, in my opinion, because not a lot of people touch on these, but there you go. This is the Sea to Summit 13-liter dry bag. Definitely grab these. If you are a professional that works on the water and you haven't got one of these, boo on you, you should. If you are an airsofter that's going to be doing a lot of milsim, I highly recommend grabbing these. They're not the cheapest item in the world to get, but they're worth their money, in my opinion. Absolutely, because they're going to keep your stuff dry, especially if you're carrying batteries with you into the field. Sure, Ziploc bags will work, but these are far better than a Ziploc bag. The failure rate is much lower, and when you're carrying stuff like that, it's just so much better to have something you could trust and you know it's not going to be an issue. Until next time, guys, get out there, play some airsoft, LARP smarter, not harder. I hope you got something out of this video. If you like this content, consider hitting that subscribe button. It's a little helmet in the corner. Just punch that guy in the head. And that's all I got. I'll see you on the field. Take care.